Okay. Brendan Marks, you're first.
Hey, Armando, congrats on the win. We heard a lot from Coach Williams over the summer that the number one thing he wanted to see from you was more consistency. What did that mean to you, and how do you feel like you've shown that through the first couple of games of the season, and especially considering how much you carried the team in the first half today?
I would say just not getting too high on my highs and not getting too low on my lows, and just trying to do the same thing every game and just knowing what my role is and what I need to go out there and do.
If I can just follow up, what do you consider your role to be?
Go out there and be a leader and just go do whatever we need to do. Everything Coach asks us to do, just finish around the rim and just get offensive boards, defensive rebounds, and block shots.
Thank you.
Mike Toper.
Hey, Armando, congrats on the win, man. Early on, especially the first half, they were very clearly trying to pack you guys in down in the paint. What were you able to do to kind of wear them down and eventually, you and others get some baskets down low and start to pull away there?
Yeah, in the second half, Coach Davis, he gave us a pretty powerful speech on just us, like the guards and the outside players, just being confident and knocking down that shot, because obviously teams just pack the paint against us and try to dare us to shoot. So the second half, Platek made a couple big shots. RJ and Caleb made some shots. So that made it easier for us to get the pass, the high-low pass, and just get the ball in the paint more.
Luke DeCock.
Hey, Armando, when they were up in the first half and it seemed like things were not going particularly well for you guys, what was kind of the message and what were you guys talking about at that point and that would enabled you to get back into the game by halftime?
We just knew we just needed to stay steady and just be composed and just play Carolina basketball. I mean, they came out there making some pretty crazy shots, some contested layups, and they was just kind of on fire. So we just knew we just had to keep doing what we was doing and just pick it up a little bit more.
Anything else for Armando? All right, Josh Graham.
On that note, Armando, given the late threes at the end and you guys being thrown out there for the final 8 seconds, how would you characterize Coach Williams' level of satisfaction in the post-game locker room?
I mean, we won, so obviously he wasn't as mad, but we just was kind of upset just how we played the whole game, and I guess the end was just the icing on the top, just us not being focused and just kind of being lackadaisical.
All right, last one for Armando. Joe Mazer.
Yeah, hey, Armando, I'm just wondering from a player's perspective, what's it like to kind of have a game switch on you at the last minute, Central being thrown into the mix? Does it matter to you, or is it kind of fun, and is it fun to play a local rival like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun and a relief, because if we wouldn't have played them, it would have been such a long time until we got a chance to play Ohio State. So just us having that flexibility and them having the flexibility to just schedule that game, and also it just being a good game for a lot more guys to get more playing time and us to like work on stuff we usually don't work on and things of that nature. It was great.
Thanks, Mondo. Dayron Sharpe. Who would like that? Who would like to go first?
One thing, after Coach Williams goes, after the players, we will have Coach Moken in here as well.
Okay. Jeremiah Holloway, go first, please.
Yeah, so congratulations on the win, first of all. So you were very active in this game on the defensive end at first, making a lot of plays, getting some rebounds as well, and then you started to get some good looks at the rim later on. So how do you feel that your activity in other areas of the game help you offensively?
I just try to be that guy, like they do all the small things, little things, to make the team win. Because somebody has to does the small things for the team to win.
Oh yeah, and just one more for you. So far you're leading the team in blocks this year, and you finished with 2 today. So can you speak to what you believe has been the key to making so many of these plays this far in the season?
I just try to don't let guys score. So blocking shots is one of those things you just got to do. Because if you don't block the shot, then they're going to score the ball. And if they score the ball, they stay in the game. So you just got to start off with scoring.
Ross Martin.
Hey, Dayron. I was wondering what you thought about Bacot's performance today. And additionally, what has he kind of done to help you this year? Has he been kind of a role model for you or a mentor in your first year at UNC?
Mondo, he dominated today. You know, he was carrying his first half. At 15 the first half, he was just killing. As far as like what has done to me, Mondo just like told me like how things go here when I first got here and stuff like that. But I feel like he's been more like a brother instead of like a mentor though. Like we like twins or something like that, low key.
Cool. And quickly, what'd you think about Platek's little run there? The 2 threes and the 8-point run there in the second half.
Platek, he's a shooter, so like when he open, he need to shoot the ball more. I be telling him that because he be scared to shoot the ball sometimes. But like, so like when he shoot it on the floor, like the floor get more spaced out and they won't clog the paint as much when he in the game. So he needs to keep hitting the threes.
Great, thanks.
Chapel Fowler.
Hey, Dayron. I know that kind of high-low game is a staple of UNC basketball. Why do you think you work so well on the back half of that with those alley-oops you're catching?
I think I had like some athleticism, so like, I just tell them to throw the ball up and I'll go get it. You know, and like they're kind of central. They really was small, so like it really was as big as us. So just throw the ball up and I'll go get it.
Brett Friedlander.
Yeah, Dayron, all 12 of your points came in the second half. What was the difference from the first half, other than the fact you were able to score?
Second half, I feel like the floor was more spaced out. The first half, it was kind of hard because like it was just really just clogging the paint up a lot. We just catch the ball at the top of the key and like the big guys in the paint, and then like had 2 guards in the paint. So like it really wasn't anything you could do like other than getting off the rebound going up. The second half, we started hitting some shots, so it spread the floor out and they could feed the ball in the paint.
Thank you.
Anything more for Dayron before Andrew Platek comes in? Thank you, Dayron.
Bro.
Andrew, raise your hands, please. Luke Buxton.
Andrew, going off that 8-0 run, you guys were shooting 0% from 3 before, then you made obviously those 2 in the layup. Kind of what was going through your head when that run occurred?
I just want to say for the record, I'm not scared to shoot the ball. I just want to take good shots or coach will get mad at me. But for that 8-0 run specifically, I don't know. I took one in the first half and it was like dead on. It was just a little short. So I just needed to get my legs into it a little bit. And Coach Davis talked to all of us at halftime and said, like, basically trust your work, trust the effort you put in, and like keep shooting the ball. And that's been my mantra this year. My confidence has grown since over the summer, kind of working on my game a lot. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep shooting. It's not really anything that I was thinking of. I spaced the floor. I think Caleb hit me for one of them. And if I have an open shot, I'm going to hit it.
And quick follow-up on the steal and then the layup. Did you have any thought to dunk it? I don't know what was going on.
Well, yes. Yeah, I did. And I don't know if we're counting my first half as the poster or not. That one, but I'm going to say this. But for the second half, I just played like 5 straight defensive possessions. So my legs were gone. There's no way I was going to dunk that ball. But I thought about it. I was more concerned about getting the 2 points and extending our lead.
Gotcha.
Brett Friedlander.
Andrew, you guys have fallen behind by double digits in, I believe, 4 of your first 6 games. Is there any rhyme or reason or any kind of common thread to that? And how do you keep from getting off to those slow starts?
If I had a good answer, I'd tell you, but I don't know. I personally, I didn't think we played well. Like, our effort was terrible. We weren't hitting outside shots. We weren't getting the ball inside to our bigs. Like, Armando and Dayron really bailed us out today. Garrison did as well. But we're just not coming in with enough energy. We're not getting up for the games as much as we did previously in my first 2 years. Because I remember going on runs. I was just talking to Walker Miller about when we went up like 28-2 against Wake my sophomore year, and just like games like that where it's over in the first 5 minutes. Like, that's the kind of Carolina basketball we need to get to, and we're not bringing all of our energy right when we start. So like we gotta change some things and figure it out.
Do you think the lack of fans in the stands or the lack of atmosphere in these games has anything to do with that?
Personally, no. I mean, it's different for every player, right? But once you step between those lines and you're wearing this uniform, you know what's at stake. So I don't think the fans have really anything to do with it from a competitive standpoint. We need to get up for these games ourselves because we don't know when we're going to have fans or not.
Thanks, Andrew.
Brendan.
Hey, Andrew. Coach Williams has talked a couple of times this season. Obviously, as the overall offense sort of comes along, the rebounding advantage for you guys is going to continue to be key. But on the flip side of that, how essential is it for you and RJ and Caleb to be spacing the floor and opening up some room for Garrison and Armando and Dayron and Walker down low?
Well, as you can see today, it's very important. We need to hit shots so we can get our bigs some room so they can go to work. If we're shooting 14% from three every game, that's not going to bode well for our bigs either. Because why wouldn't teams, pack the paint and dare us to shoot or whatever? So we need to really step up and hit some shots to help out our bigs.
And I know in the past.
Sorry, go ahead, Brendan. Last one.
I was just going to say, I know in the past you have mentioned how, and Roy has mentioned that you make more shots in practice maybe than you had in games. Is that the same way with Caleb and RJ to some extent? I mean, compared to what they're doing in games, has it been a better offensive showing in practices thus far?
Well, I'd say so, yes. Like I don't think they're percentage-wise, I don't think they're shooting the ball that well right now, but it changes, and they're two of the hardest working guys on our team. So I know it like if this was my freshman year, I wouldn't worry about it. Like they're going to be fine. They're going to be really good players. They're going to put the work in, and it's going to translate. They're going to figure it out. I wouldn't be worried about it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Didn't